Hello, Patricia O'Connor and Frida Reba Darcy here, and we're both kicking back. I've been enjoying my coffee, and I thought that I would do a little quick catch up. I've been cleaning and straightening and picking up stuff, but on the other hand, I haven't been exactly killing it either. I mean, you know, it's not like I have to do all this in 10 minutes. It's not like I'm expecting company. So I thought I would show y'all that I have finished the our copper rail, and I got our trim up. I went with the bamboo pieces that I had, bamboo slats. That's where somebody had taken some timber bamboo and split it up into long little flat pieces. And I've still got probably about a half a dozen of those. But I put those up as the border for the bottom. And then I made that trek long and far to the hardware store. And I got a small brass drain and a drill bit that was as big as the stem on the drain, and I drilled a hole underneath the pot of that trident maple. I drilled a hole on that shelf where that trident maple is sitting, I should say. And I ran a piece of hose through that hole after I attached a brass flange to one end of said hose, and that hose runs down into that reservoir that also has our corner jack in it. And I was thinking those pedestals had holes in the bottom, so I got some plastic dip so that I could seal up the bottom. But I was mistaken. They're solid in the bottom, which means I'll probably rot out or rust out or something. I'll be going for that plastic dip before I know it. But anyway, that is our drainage reservoir, which is like some kind of hammered brass look. And that is our copper shelf, which is a 2x12 with a 4x1/4 nailed up on one end to make the sides, and then lined in 5mm copper. And then this end is high, that end is high, that end is medium low, that end is the lowest, and that's where our drain is. So from now on, whenever I water these trees, it'll go right in there, right in there. And whenever I water this tree, it'll go right down in there. So the only thing, and whenever I water that cedar, that upside down pedestal makes a little drain. Actually, I could put it back up on top of the bench, but it seems to be happy there, and it's under the light, and it's out of the way, and it's not fighting for space with the other trees. And there's a lip on the bottom side of that pedestal that means it's sitting down about an inch. So it's kind of sitting in a tray, but its feet are tall. I don't think it'll be a problem as long as I watch that. I'm not worried about drainage issues with that. I'll keep an eye on it. These guys are going to drain down there into those pans, and so far I haven't even gotten, it's a pan inside of a pan. If the top pan fills up, the bottom pan is longer, so that gives us a little room for it to run off in. And so far we've never filled it up so much for what it can evaporate off before it goes into the second pan. And our cypress trees are happy that they're no longer being messed with and are under the light. And our Cork Bark Oak is all of those shoots are going straight for the sun and straight for the light with equal vigor. So I feel good about all the stuff that's happening here with this guy. He scared me, guy. And our trident maple is bailing all of its leaves kind of early, but not before turning really pretty colors. I think we still had leaves this time last year until October. Those guys are looking awesome. Both of the bougainvilleas are looking really good. All of the wisterias are looking really good. All of the cypresses are looking really good. So the Kodaheim maples are flushing out. I don't know if I missed the water or what, but we curled a lot of leaves. I don't think I've been letting water hit the top, which was what'll do that too. It's like the Japanese wisterias, they're both looking really good. The Dawn Redwood, I moved it over a couple of feet. It'll probably get a little bit more ambient now, but it's still in a good spot to get the overhead from those guys. And this was the one that had me the most worried. The sides that are filling out the most are the sides that are facing me. If I turn it around the other way, we still look like we had a little bit of dieback on that corner. I'll probably rotate this around when I get through with this video. You can see down in there, there's some stuff that I need to get out of there because it's dead. But I think we're through with all of that mess, and everything else is coming through, and I'm going to decide what of it that we can keep here in a little while, but I'm not in a big hurry. I'm just going to try to let stuff balance out for a second. Let all those leaves it just made photosynthesize for a minute and give something back to the damn tree. It's been through some stuff. I talked to my teacher. I haven't been wanting to bother him. He is getting ready for a big show, and it would just seem like rotten timing on my part that I've been having these problems the last couple of weeks. I didn't want to be that person that all of a sudden, you know how people get when they think they're about to lose a tree or something, and you're doing this when everybody else is getting ready, when they know what they're doing and they're getting ready to do something big. It just didn't seem like a good time to try to figure this out on my own. But I've made some time with him when he gets back in a couple of weeks, towards the end of September. I showed him a picture of these leaves, and he said he thought I had some root damage. And so I penciled some time in with him, and I feel good about that. It's all right. I still think it looks better than when it first started, although I do see a couple of things that I'm concerned about too. But that's what he said. He said he thought that I was, I think that's might be a predator. I'm gonna go in there with some tweezers in a minute. I hadn't seen that before. And that guy, that's not good. But I'm about to go in and see what's up with some tweezers and see if I can figure that little baby out. But I feel good that at least I'm going to get it looked at. And that's something else. You know, I fly by the seat of my pants by some of this stuff. But I do have past plant experience, and I do have people on the other end of a phone if I get in too far over my head. And I think that's really important. You know, if you're going to be the kind of person who is capable of playing fast and loose, have some emergency numbers on the standby, right? So let's see if I can show you how that. Yeah, you can see there's a big hose running through running through our board. And that'll make sure that the water that comes through here, and that hose is connected to a flange, and a flange is shoved down in from the top and made a pretty tight seal in the hole that I drilled in there. So hopefully the board, even though it's redwood, won't rot out at any point from damage from the water. But that's how that came out. And whenever I look up at it, whenever I'm in my living room and I look out here, I see the little bamboo rail, and I kind of like the way that looked. I think that came out pretty well. And I'm already starting to see some green on the bottom where of this copper, where water will puddle up in it a little bit wherever the copper wrinkles, and that's totally fine for it to do that. It doesn't stand. It won't get deep enough to stand long. So yeah, that's not really going to be anything that kills us. And so I'm really happy with our solutions to our issues. We have taken care of our water. We have taken care of our light, and only other things I could maybe think about is some sort of like, I could maybe rig back behind me. I couldn't attach an awning to this. If I wanted to put some shade cloth out there on the front to maybe kill some of that, I don't think they would allow me to attach anything to the building, but that didn't say that I couldn't build something back behind me that doesn't rig out that way and have a two arms going out, like two flagpoles going out with a piece of shade cloth draped over it. That might be something to think about for later. Not right now. I'm still cleaning house and finishing this up. What a fabulous tree. Just so that's pretty much got us there. Just a little quick part 3 of our bonsai balcony, and everybody's growing well. Everybody's doing well. Nobody's in any kind of plant trouble or trauma that we're not going to be able to get away with. And it's a pretty awesome Saturday. Most of the people were out by the pool today, and they were having a good time. That was nice to hear people out enjoying themselves again. And so yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.